Hi guys, this is part one of a Talk About Thursday, and this is day 231 of 365 days of action. So we just get a brew started up, a little breather, and then we're going to talk about how and when I first got diagnosed with cancer, and how I felt, how I thought. So taking you back to 2014, so April 2014, got a phone call from the doctor, so I had to reissue some prescription that I was using. So I was having some ibuprofen for a shoulder injury that I'd had many years before, and so I wanted to revamp the prescription. So go and says, look Joe, you've got to come in for a little blood test and a little MOT because you're 47 now. Okay, so off I plod, have the results. This is the beginning of the week. Have the results, a little chat with the doctor, how you feeling? I was a little bit tired, but I'm okay. I've been working hard, doing lots of extra hours, teaching diving for the military, recreational diving, loving it, and doing lots of phys, so it's lots of physical training. And he says okay, and left it with that, and I was travelling about 3 or 4 days later, and then I got a phone call from the doctor. It said, hi, this is such and such, got your results back, you're a little bit anemic, so your blood count's pretty low. I was like, okay, you need to come back in on Monday for some more tests, some more blood tests. Okay, fair enough, no problem. What could it be, doc? Says, could be an ulcer, could be things. Okay, what's the worst case scenario? Yeah, it could be bowel cancer. Bit of a choke, stopped, a little thought. As I was driving at the time, I was on hands free. A little bit think to myself, well, that's quite scary. Okay, right, just don't worry now. Just get it sorted out, we'll have some blood's done, and see where we go from there. Okay, so the Monday came round, went in, had some more blood tests, a little checks. At least a couple of days later, he obviously rushed them through, and he says, right, you need, even the blood count's a little bit lower now, so we need to get you in for an endoscopy and a colonoscopy. So basically a camera in the throat and a camera in your nether regions. So oh crikey, that's going to be interesting. Don't really looking forward to that. Wasn't really thinking what it could be, wasn't too nervous, get on with it, get it done. So the appointment came through even like 4 or 5 days later. This was a week gone, hardly at all now. So in we go to Salisbury District Hospital. In, ready, so I was going to this little room, obviously in a gown, ready to go. So after you got oral spray, so there's something down your throat. And I said, I don't think it's really going to be enough realistically, so they gave me a local anaesthetic as well on my arm. Then I went in, and I remember, it felt like a couple of minutes, the camera went in and down my throat, and it seemed to be zipping it out, and all I can remember was the doctor saying, don't need to go any further, let's take that out, let's get Mr. White dressed. And that was it, that's all I remember. A little bit dazy, a little bit hazy, but I remember, okay. Didn't think anything of it, I was thinking, well, that can't be good then. And I think I probably said that out loud, because I've got quite a big mouth. And left it with that, got dressed, and I got escorted in by a doctor and a nurse into the room. They'd already called Juliet. I don't know how much time went by then, so Juliet, my wife, was waiting there in the room looking pretty nervous, and so was I. When we went in, and I just said to her, cool, this doesn't look good done really, is it? Thinking, I don't think it's going to be really good news. And the doctor said, just wait and see what happens. So we did the endoscopy, and the camera went in and down the throat, and we saw a lump. So I didn't want to carry on any further. That needs to be tested. It's a tumour, and in my experience it's probably a form of cancer, though we can't be sure exactly what it is until you've had some biopsies done. Didn't really sink in at that point what was going on or what was being said, and neither did Juliet. They got pretty wide-eyed, listening to what she's got to say. Still quite jovial, as I am, and chatting. And then the doctor went and says, we will be booking another appointment for you to have some tests and biopsy. And with that, the nurse was left with us then, and then we were left on our own, and the nurse was telling us what was going to happen from there. It didn't really dawn on me, or I didn't really think about what was going on. It was a little bit hazy. And then the nurse was saying, this is what's going to happen, you're going to have to come back for some more tests, and then we're going to get you in again for another endoscopy and seeing what's happened and get this biopsy done. On that thought, we're going to leave it on that note, because my kettle is just about boiled nearly. And I'm going to have so we're going to go back, and we're going to come back next Thursday and carry on the story. With anyone that's having the same sort of problems, I didn't have any bleeds, and I didn't have anything really wrong other than being tired. So it's often worth, if you're thinking that you may have something like this, I don't wish this upon you at all in any way, do not be afraid to go and get tested. Please go and have a look. So the sooner you get it sorted, the better it is going to be for you, most definitely. And that is lovely and boiled. Turn that down. Guys, please don't be afraid to go, especially male, no bravado. You've got to go and get seen. If you think there's something wrong, bleeding or anything. And I know friends that won't go, and I know friends that will do. My advice to you, if you want to carry on and get it sorted out quickly, get it done. Trying this brew today. This is Burgester tea, all the way from sunny Austria. Thank you, Andrea, for sending it down to us. A mountain tea with some mint. I'm sure it's going to be gorgeous. I'm going to leave it with you guys. Have a great day, everyone. I'll fill you in on the rest of the story over the next coming weeks. 9 weeks to go. Part 1 done. Guys, all the information you find out about All Boys training and 365 days of action is on our website.
Keep pushing. Don't ever give up.